around the world. Welcome to another episode of MPJ, Musical People and Journeys. Welcome to my wonderful panel, to Trish, to Will, to Dom, and to Lauren, and the absent Simon. Welcome, gang. Welcome, 2025. Coming off with a bang, isn't it, with some of these albums this month? All right. What's the offering today? Is Poppy and Negative Spaces. So, if you want to know about who Poppy is, you can read the bio on there. We won't bore you with a long kind of monologue of who Poppy is. The album, Negative Spaces. Let's start with Lauren. What did you think of Negative Spaces, Poppy? And I'm not calling you Poppy, of course, but Poppy and Poppy.
Well, I don't know. You can call me whatever you want, Nigel. Love you to bits. There you go. We're starting off on a nice level there.
Don't say that.
So, Poppy. I went into this expecting a little bit of weirdness because I was and I am part of the generation where 10 years ago, Poppy burst onto the YouTube scene with her 1 minute, 5 minute videos where it was all just very strange, very odd, a bit creepypasta vibes for those who get that reference. It was that sort of thing going on. And I had no idea. She totally fell off my radar. I had no idea she'd gone into music whatsoever. So when this came across, I was like, oh, okay, I'm interested to see where this is. And wow, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's rhythmic, it's engaging, it's got a different variety of sounds. Little bit indistinct on the screaming, because it's like I've said in previous reviews, like I don't mind being screamed at in my music, but I prefer it if I can tell what's being screamed, what the lyrics are, because lyrics are a big connection point in music for me. If I can engage with the lyrics, then you're already halfway there. So there are some things, like in The Centre's Falling Out, it's just super screamy, and I can't really tell what's going on. However, you then get to other tracks on the album, and it's just like, wow. Like, the whole chorus of The Cost of Giving Up, I have been singing that around my house all the time since hearing it. It is just so good. I enjoy it so much. And the flow between some of the tracks, like from Yesterday to Crystallized and Hey There into Negative Spaces, I really love how they do that. I love when an album does that. So yeah, a little bit much in places for me. However, just really engaging, really brilliant. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Good. Trish, what did you think? Had you heard of Poppy before and her candy floss chewing viral videos?
No, I'd never heard of her before. But 2024 seems to be the year of female-fronted bands and solo artists coming to the forefront in the music industry in all genres of rock, and Poppy is no exception. You can be misled by the opening track of her softer vocals, may not to be fitting of the rock genre, but you don't have to wait long for this to show, as she certainly packs a punch and a set of lungs when the growl/scream kicks in, showing she is a rock chick. She shows her diversity as each song is different musically and vocally, so not pigeonholing her into one specific genre, which is clever. Crystallized has a funky pop techno edge to it, which would not be amiss on a Saturday night in a club dancing the night away. The album flows well and quite quickly, not leaving you waiting for the next track, but wanting to hit play again. This young lady is a dark horse and one to watch this space of what else is to come for her music-wise in this industry, and she can't be compared to other female artists, so stands alone, showing full well women are kicking ass in music.
William, is she a kick-ass?
That's me.
Is she kick-ass, William, like you?
I like when the lady shouts at me.
Girls, Lauren,
much like
Lauren,
my
Trish,
famed,
crack on.
Much like my famed review of I like when the angry man shouts at me. I also like when the angry lady shouts at me. Apparently, this is where we're going with this now. So, I've known of Poppy since the long distant year of 2024, when she featured in the song Violence Against Nature by Bad Omens, because I have a crippling addiction to Bad Omens, and that song is fantastic. And all these songs are also fantastic. It's a very cool album. It's a very weird album. It kind of goes like, woo, a little bit there, a little bit everywhere. Very fun, but it's very cool. I like this a lot. She's got a very, very cool, unique sound to her, and I would like her to carry on, please. Thank you. That'd be nice.
Well, somebody who we also like to carry on, of course, is Domsky. Domsky, what did you think of Poppy?
Yeah, well, New Way Out for me, that was the standout awesomeness on this album. I think it's the single release that they did before the album, and I would start with there if you were going to listen to this for the first time. Classic metalcore for me, and I'm going to use a new word here. It's got a cheeky ebullience. Nigel, how'd you like that?
Go on, educate us poor Philistine rock people.
It's got energy, cheerful energy.
Cheerful energy,
it's got
ambulance.
Cheerful, strong energy, and this is what that phrase is what I think of Poppy. And she's got the best scream that I've heard forever. I could use that scream to help me get to sleep at night. It's so great. It's the best one I've heard for a long time. There's that kind of old school
Scream.
just scream in my ears, and I would just be like, it's just beautiful. I'm like Will. I love that, to scream at me. There's it's kind of industrial metalcore, and I love that industrial sound, although there's mixture of everything in there. It's just a riff fest from beginning to end. And Push Go, I think, is the song where Poppy's name starts to make sense to me. This is pop music, Push Go. Really cool. You got synths blending into guitars, you got an exploding chorus, you got a dreamy bridge in there. It's like the full package. And Poppy, she just knows what she's doing and doing it really well. So, amazing album.
Two things that I have a problem with this album. One, it's Future Palace, but nowhere near as good as Future Palace, not even close. And I disagree that she's got the best screamer, because I think Future Palace knocks her out of the park by a million miles. Not even a patch, to be perfectly honest with you. The second problem with this album is it's too diverse, and I like diversity, but it's got an identity crisis, really, in my opinion. You go from this hardcore kind of metalcore kind of, and as far as metalcore goes, it was okay, to kind of really poppy synthy stuff that for me just didn't work. The whole album just didn't quite work for me at all. It was solid. I mean, there was some good bits in there, and it was okay. But I don't like metalcore, and so to that extreme, so that turned me off. And then I went, oh, okay, it's come back down to where I kind of like. But it went then too poppy, and it was just a bit. It was just, I don't know. It was just a bit all over the place. I appreciated it, but I didn't really like it. It was just okay. And I think when I give Future Palace a 3.5, and I really appreciate how good it was, and I don't think this came anywhere close to Future Palace. Just didn't mesh for me in that way at all, really. So it was just a bit. It was average. It's okay. Right. Well. Sorry to finish on a negative note. Let's find out what we scored. Will Poppy get into our Hall of Fame? We've got 3 out of 4 so far this month. Will it be 4 out of 5? Let's find out, shall we? Lauren, what did you give Poppy out of 5?
I gave it a 4.5.
You did. Trish, what did you give it?
I gave it a 4.5 also.
Oh, hold on. Dom, what did you give it?
I gave it a 4.5 as well.
Oh my god. Surely. William, what did you give it?
A mighty 4.0.
We like to go on a little trip. I Me and Simon agree. Me and Simon agreed, actually. Simon wasn't a big, massive lover of this album either. We both give it a slightly above average 3 from that score. So, however, we're going to drop my 3 because I think I might have been, mine was a negative but positive 3, really. So we'll drop my 3. My 3's gone. It never existed. Ignore that I even spoke. I will keep Simon's 3, which got to 20.5, 4.1. It is in our Hall of Fame. You lot are being mighty generous this month, aren't you? Mighty generous. I don't think my other lot will be mighty generous about their albums, but you lot are mighty generous. Right, okay. Congratulations to Poppy. Good album. Negative Spaces. And, let's wait and see if somebody picks that for a wild card or it automatically gets into our top 20 albums. Who knows? Anyway, thank you very much to a wonderful panel and to you. Why don't, I don't know, Dom, what should people do you think? What should they do, Dom?
Oh, I think. Is it? Press the button.
And subscribe and leave a comment even. Crazy as it might be. What did you think of Poppy and Negative Spaces? Please let us know. Thank you very much. In the meantime, keep on rocking and keep safe. Keep on rocking, everybody. Goodbye.